It's a little early, but we can start. Why not? Hello! I'm trying a slightly different camera angle today. We'll see. We'll see. It's an experiment. See if we like it. It's a little bit closer, so hopefully you guys can see what's going on a little bit better. That's my thought anyways. I'm just clearing these. I did kind of like a black ring. We're making some little trays today. I did a black ring around them a couple days ago, obviously because it's cured. And I'm just getting all the little like bits of splashed black resin. You can see a couple up there. Trying to get them out of the mold. Plus any cat hair, because I'm realizing that there's some cat hair in here too. Just cleaning them up. I'm trying to decide whether I'll want to kind of attach things to the molds with some UV resin, or if it's going to matter. Whether I can just, like, I can't remember how I did these in the past, because I've done trays like this before. But I don't remember if I attached the pieces to the trays, or if I kind of had them free floating and then just hoped for the best when I poured resin over top. Some of them will rest, I know. Like, I can set some things here and they will stay put, but other things I worry they might roll. Like, if I put like a screw in here, it might roll. We'll see if we get around to actually pouring the resin today too. Just because I woke up with a little bit of a headache for some reason. Don't know why. I have some tea to hopefully help with that. A little bit of caffeine, but I don't know. I just have a little bit of a headache. Wish I was a little bit taller. I was thinking, I wonder if everybody who like kind of has a creative sort of job, which this is, right? This is kind of a creative sort of job. I wonder if all of them kind of have some like what's the word I'm looking for? I guess imposter syndrome. Or just like, man, I wish I was better at that. I feel that way about streaming fairly often. I'm like, man, I wish I was more entertaining. But also, I'm just not funny. I'm not a funny person. I don't know how I would do too many bits, to be fair, with my art streams either. I guess to be fair I could, but there's not a lot of, I feel like I don't have a ton of character to my streams. They're just kind of there. I wish I had more character. And maybe, I mean, I don't know, some people will get that correct like right from the start, but maybe some people are just like, you know, they do it for a few years and then they, you know, kind of find their stride. I'm hoping that that's me. I'm hoping that I'm just, you know, someone who's gonna figure it out eventually. Alright, got those. So we're gonna make a couple of trinket trays today. We're gonna at least get all of the pieces put into them. And then I also want to set up to pour some Cleric keychains. I've got a bunch of D&D class inspired keychains that I've been making, and I'm completely out of the Cleric ones, so we want to make some more of those. Let me set this off to the side. But let's start with these guys just because they're fun. The Cleric ones are a little bit more. It's just resin. But this is gonna have all sorts of stuff. Let me grab my stuff. Just a second. Oh. Okay, I've got a few things. Maybe I should I maybe I will zoom out for this. I wonder if I can do this. Can I attach you up here while you're still attached to the tripod? Ooh, not very well. I'm Wait, I can attach you up here while you're still attached to the tripod. Sort of. No, you're getting off the... I'm sorry, I'm moving you around. I'm moving you back up top so you can actually see everything. Ugh, sorry. There we go. Maybe it's better up here where you can see things. Because I've got all sorts of things to pull out here. I just kind of brought a little bit of everything. I figure I'm going to go for kind of like a mechanical... Oops, that's not... I didn't mean to bring that one. This one's all sorts of like game pieces. Could do something like that at some point. But I was going for mechanical ones, I think. Metallic pieces. I have springs. I have like little screws. Lots of screws and nuts and bolts and nails. I have a whole thing of keys from somewhere. So we can put some keys in there. I have more gears up here. Here's more gears. I have little tiny gears. But yeah, I'm debating whether I will want to attach things with the UV resin or not. Set some stuff. Set this back out of the way, but I'm gonna pull all my random bits out. I'll take a look in there. Let's see what we got. There's actually, I can see on here where I did some little screws before because I can see the tops of them. I wonder if I can show you. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there's like some glare. No, I can't really see very well. But there's like spots where you can see little like pluses from the tops of some like screws or little hex ones. Just the very tops. But here's the plan. We're gonna probably start with some of the bigger pieces first. I found that that's the easiest way to do this sort of thing, is have some sort of bigger piece first, and then work smaller, fill in the gaps. Because if you do a whole bunch of small things and then you want to add a big thing, it's just like, well, I don't know that I can get that to fit in there. So we'll start with some slightly larger items. I don't want them to be too thick because I want to be able to pour resin, have it be flat on the bottom. So when I say bigger things, I might do like a key. Let's find a good key. Yeah, this one's classic. Here's a nice classic key. Put that in there. I used to have a bunch of hex wrenches. Do I have any left? Not necessarily. Here's kind of a cool piece though. We can put this in one of them. This is kind of a cool piece. Yeah, I used to have a bunch of hex wrenches. Maybe I've used them in things. I have some in here. Oh, no, this is actually not, this isn't mechanical stuff either. It's gonna go over here. This is kind of cool. Do I want to put this in there, or do I want to save it for something later? Could put a key in both of them. Could put a piece of this. I need to go grab my tin snips though, I think, for this, to cut it. I don't know about this one. That'd be cool. Could grab a piece of this maybe. I also have, like, there's an I key for a keyboard of some sort. There's a space bar. Oh, the shift might be cool. Might be cool to put the shift in there. Take this metal piece out of the back. We can use that separately. Put a shift key. Oops. Okay, I need to scoot some things so I have a little bit more room, maybe get things a little bit more centralized. And I have kind of a mix of like real things and kind of like just fake fancy things. Like I have fake gears here, but still could be fun. Versus I have real gears here too, but slightly different sizes, bit of a different scale. pull out some gears. I have a project that I am working on at the moment. I am using one of these gears in, and it has nothing to do with gears. It'll be kind of interesting to see. That looks kind of similar to that, actually. Let's do one of these over here. Add some circular stuff. It'll be kind of fun, I think, to see how that turns out. I'm trying something. It's kind of an experiment a little bit. I should get some more, like, nuts, and because I feel like these are good. Do I have any over here that are good size? Not really. That's kind of a cool piece. That kind of coppery color. That's kind of fun. We'll put a nut in each one. I mean, I have little bits of wire that could go in one of them. Lots of nails. I have a lot of just random nails. I got a bunch of random nails. I think, was it at a yard sale or something? There was just a big thing of, or maybe an estate sale, of just a big thing of a whole bunch of random rusty nails and screws and things. Is this one too tall? Oh, that should be fine. That I got. So I just got a ton of things. A ton of old nails and screws, which honestly has worked out okay. Okay, let's start getting some things arranged so we can start figuring out. I don't think I'm going to do anything too fancy with this where I try to get everything facing the same direction or anything. It might be honestly more fun if everything's kind of facing a different direction. Sometimes with the, arranging everything, I try to have everything, perpendicular? Perpendicular is the word I'm looking for? Man, you'd think I'd know my math terms better. I'm always second guessing myself on my math terms. But, yeah, at 90-degree angles from one another, or 45-degree angles, everything's up and down, or at a 45-degree angle. But I think we'll just go for something that's kind of all over the place on at least one of these. Just because I think that might be fun. I am seeing cat hair on my silicone. This is probably going to be a thing. Probably going to have cat hair everywhere. Some of it is going to be easier to get out once we actually pour resin. And it kind of, is not stuck to the silicone anymore. How am I adding more cat hair by doing this? I swear. I just, like, come in here, I think, and breathe. Just bring cat hair with me. Alright. Just set that there for now. We might need that later. But yeah, let's just kind of set some things up in spots. I wish I had some more, like, it's more fun if there's more, like, variety, right? I'd like there to be more variety. Ooh, this is kind of a cool. That could be cool to put in something. Look at that giant spike, and it's not too tall. Maybe we'll put that in there. That could be a key piece. I could also just put a key in both of them. Like, I've got a lot of keys, both computer keys and actual keys. Like, I could put a key in this one too. Like, that's an option. I might as well, since I've got a bunch of them, right? It's kind of something like a point of interest. I want there to be kind of like points of interest. That's the thing. If it's just a whole bunch of things that are all the same size and it's all just screws and nails, I feel like there's nothing to like look at and focus on. That's part of the reason I like to include just some interesting things like a key, this cool circle, something that's going to stand out and not just get lost in the clutter. Oops. So this is what I was talking about. So that nail was trying to roll. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if I want to try and kind of attach things a little bit with UV resin, or if I want to just try and keep everything steady. The thing with UV resin is that it's noticeable, that it's like, you'll see like a spot. It's not super noticeable, but it's noticeable to me. It's noticeable enough that you can see when they're like, you can see a spot of like a slightly different, where the clears don't quite match up. And that's why I'm debating. Debating if I want to do the UV resin or not. I can go there. Yeah, that's kind of cute. I've got like little tiny, I just got him some nails and tacks and things. I want to try and kind of give everything a somewhat uniform distance from each other too. It's not going to be completely uniform distance, but I want it to feel like things are purposeful. That's kind of the point here. Just make things feel purposefully placed. I have to decide. Oh, there's some interesting here. Let's see what's in here. We've got some random things in here too. What is this? That could go somewhere. That's kind of an interesting piece. Although it maybe blends in with some of this stuff too much. Maybe I'll save that one for some other time. But I think we have other pieces in here too. What have we got? Ooh, these are maybe a little bit smaller. But maybe we're ready to go to some things that are a little bit smaller. I was debating holding on to these pieces because they could make cute little like robot friends. Like, look at that. That'd be like an adorable face for a little robot. Right? Wouldn't that be an adorable little face for a robot? Just like, hello. And a lot of these have, you know, stuff that would, like, this would also be like this could be a little bunny rabbit robot. Wouldn't that be cute? That's part of the reason I haven't really used these that much. But I also haven't actually made any little tiny robots. Maybe I should. I wonder how should I put them in resin? There's the real question, is how should I attach them or just like solder them together? Try soldering them together. I haven't actually done any soldering before. I'd have to hit my brother up for that. He has done soldering before. My brother in high school, in high school he was the guy that everyone went to like fix their laptops. Not like everyone, but you know, he had like screwdrivers and stuff in his backpack, and every once in a while he'd just be like taking apart a classmate's computer in the middle of class and figuring out what was wrong with it and reattaching wires and things. I mean, you know, sweet, but I don't think, it's kind of random, I don't think that this is accurate. There's a thing on here that tells like, yeah, that's not accurate at all. There's a thing on here that tells like how many viewers there are or whatever, and it says 3, but also then if you click on it, there's 0. It's like, I don't think that's accurate. Okay, I think these are a little bit small. I don't think we're quite to this point yet, although I like that. We'll leave that spring there. But I don't know. I don't know that I want to, I might want to use those for little robots later. I do have some cool clock pieces. Maybe I actually could use this little one that has numbers on it here. That might be kind of cool. Let's put that somewhere that's going to be, it's going to be seen. I do also have some that have little suns and moons on them, also from clocks. Could do one of those. Use this one over here. This one's cool. That one just says 0, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I could do, to be fair, I could use this too. I do also just straight up have like a razor blade. That could be kind of cool. Could put this in here. I'm pretty sure that's an old dull one. That one, this one might not be. Is this a new one? That might be a new one. I think this is an old dull one though. I don't know why those are together. If one of them is dull and one of them is new. yeah, we could put like the razor blade in there. That's kind of cool. It's definitely takes up some space. Let's probably go like small from here gears. That's going to be kind of a good medium size, I think, between our big and our small pieces, because we have kind of this size, and then I have some really small things. I do have kind of a medium-sized spring in here. At some point, I'm going to run out of these things. I just know. Ooh, that might be too tall, though. Oh, wait, this one's good. You do this one. Do I want to do this one? There we go. Let's get some for that. Try and get cat hair out of there, because there's cat hair in there. I probably should post to Discord and stuff that I'm live, right? Just so people know. There, I'll post it to Discord. I know that people are like busy and stuff. That is one of the things that I wanted to talk about during this stream, was plans moving forward for streams. Because I'm going to be busy and stuff on Saturdays. Yeah, so my work schedule is kind of changing. I was like the only person that had enough flexibility to be able to come in on Saturday. I mean, most Saturdays. I've already told them, like, hey, I'm going to be at conventions these weekends, so I'm not coming in. But yeah, I was like the only one that had enough flexibility, really, to work most Saturdays, because other people have, you know, second jobs elsewhere and things. So, yes, I'm going to be working Saturday mornings, which means I'm not going to be able to be here. I can't be here on Saturday mornings. What do I want to do here? What do I want to do here? We've got screws. Let's put some of the little tiny screws in there. Or actually, let's do one more spring maybe over here. I have a couple over here. So we'll do another one over here. Okay, one that's different. Let's do one that's different. Yeah, I like that one. That one's cool. So, yeah, when I'm streaming is going to change. Not going to be Saturday mornings anymore, because I will not be available. That said, I think I know when I want to stream now. I did do a poll on in my Discord. I suppose I should do the poll on actual YouTube too, but it's fine. It's to be fair, the poll in Discord kind of told me what I wanted, so, you know. And by that I mean, like, the time that people said worked the best for them, I'm like, I think that also works the best for me. So it works out. I'm gonna put some screws and things in here. And then I'm also gonna grab some little tiny gears and things, because I have a bunch of gears. I ordered more. They're so nice. The little tiny gears, they're so cute. There's a cat hair there. And that time is Thursdays at 4 p.m. PST. So this is at noon PST. So it would be 4 hours from when my streams normally start on Saturdays. And yeah, I think sounds like that will work for people. I think it'll work for me, for sure. I don't think I'm going to stream this Thursday. I think I'm going to take a week off from streaming. Just because, man, I'm tired. I think it'll be good to have a little bit of a break. I think I do plan to have a new video this Thursday, though. Oh, that means I'm going to be streaming and releasing videos on the same day. Huh. I guess that works. Is that weird? Jen! Hello from the microwave. Are you texting from your Samsung fridge? Is that what's happening? Yeah, I'm, well, what about you, though? Do you think that will work better for you? I'm thinking I'm going to change my stream days and times. So, I'm going to be working Saturday mornings, so I'm not going to be able to stream. Someone able to afford a fridge. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm going to change my stream days from, Saturdays at noon to Thursdays at 4 p.m. That's my plan. What do you think? Yeah, now I'm working Saturday mornings. Yeah, and even with Saturday mornings being your best bet, like, more often than not, it's just like, things happen. Okay, let's grab, I need something for here. I have kind of a big spot here. Should we do another one of the, like, fake gears? It leaves you. I mean, I could always go back to 7 p.m. That was my, my old stream time. But honestly, chasing the stream like a kitty to a mouse. I think that might be kind of late for me now, because since I'm working on Saturday mornings, I'm going to try continuing to wake up fairly early during the week instead of, working until 2 a.m. and then going to sleep at 11. I'm going to try and go to sleep by like midnight. You work the worst time slot in a 24-hour day, to be honest. What is your work schedule like? Yeah, I think that works actually. Let's do some gears. I'm just gonna open these up because they're flat. I'm gonna put these 1:30 to 10 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. Ugh. See, I would stream on Friday, but I usually have dinner with my fam on Friday. So, don't want to just, and then actually usually I play Minecraft with friends Friday night too. So, Friday you've got D&D. Hey, sweet! I'm glad that you have D&D to play. That's always a fun time. Okay, let's add some gears. You are never free. Stream when I want to. Yeah, that's kind of, I think, what I'm gonna have to do. I'm just gonna have to pick a time, and then whoever can make it can make it. I mean, it does make it a little bit harder, considering it's just like I'd like to stream at a time that my moderators are available. To be fair, it's not like I really, this is going to sound bad because you're one of my moderators. It's not like I usually need moderation in my chat. There's not usually enough going on in my chat to require moderation, to be honest. But I miss you guys. I want to hang out. Okay. That's some of these over here. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna stream actually pouring resin. Actually, this is going fairly quickly. I wasn't sure how quickly this was gonna go. I thought it might go slower than this, so I might actually pour resin today. I was like, if this is gonna take me like 2 hours to put these together, I might not pour resin today because I woke up with like a little bit of a headache. Don't know why. Having some tea. Hopefully that's gonna help. Oh my gosh, my hair. But this is actually going fairly quickly, which is good to know for pricing purposes. I honestly wasn't sure how long it took me to make these, really. I still, pricing is still the worst. It's still, pricing things is still the worst. Speaking of my moderators, I have a match set now. I was literally just talking about how I wish I could stream at times that you guys could show up. Because I miss you both. I feel like it's been so long. But also this, a royal flush. True, true. So I think I can give people badges in my chat. I don't know if it's just like channel member badges. I wonder if I can change the badge for moderators too, or if it has to be a little I'm not sure whether it has to be a little wrench of bonking instead of a sword. I'm wondering if I can make it so that you guys have swords. I have to look at that. To be fair, there's a few things that I really should figure out with the chat stuff, like being able to send links and things. Because usually I'm pretty okay with people sending links in chat as long as they tell me what it is first. Band spanner. That's a good. We'll call it that. That's a good name. It's just fun to say. I think band spanner, band spanner, band spanner. Okay, we've got some things there. Oh, let's maybe do one of these kind of goldy colored ones. That'll be good. But what have you guys been up to? I mean, I feel like I have talked to Jen fairly recently because we were talking about art and things. But I haven't talked to you in a while, Omar. What have you got? How are you guys? What have you been up to? I found a watch hand. I'm putting one of those because it's cool. There we go. And then we'll go back maybe and add some more screws and then come back to the little watch pieces maybe. Just work. It's been very busy. Yeah. We had, yeah. That was what I was talking about, I think, right before you got here, unless you were lurking, I don't know. I'm not going to be streaming on Saturdays because I'm going to be working on Saturdays. Oh, yeah. Okay, fiscal year's coming to a close. That makes sense. Yeah, that'd be busy. No, I don't think I can do that. That's a little bit too big. I don't really have too many of, like, the screws. Are these too big? These too tall? These too tall? Might be okay. Might be too big, though. I'm trying to make things that are a little bit, like, shorter so that I don't have to pour as much resin. But I'm probably going to have to pour a fair amount of resin anyways, so might as well put things in here. I mean, I'm glad you've been drawing a bit, though. That is good. I'm glad you found time to draw. Because I know you didn't have time to draw for a while there, or the energy to draw, so I'm glad that you're back to drawing. And I'm always excited to see all the things that you send me. It's so much fun. I like seeing art people are doing. What is that? Oh wait, I found a what? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Look at how tiny this little nut is. It's so tiny. Okay, we'll put this in here. I know that no one's going to appreciate it like I do. No one's going to see the little tiny nut and be like, oh my gosh, it's so tiny, but I'm putting it in here because I like it. We'll put it there. It's so cute. Oh, nice. You won softball? That's super fun. Who are you playing against? Was this like a work league, or are you just part of like a local team? Oh, what I was gonna say is, yeah, work I think is probably gonna be crazy a bit. It might not be that crazy for me. I don't think it's gonna affect me necessarily too much, but we had co-ed recreational league fun. Yeah, that's fun. But we had one of the people from work who kind of helped run everything. She got a different job and left. So things were, she did a lot of different things. So a couple of our other folks are having to pick up the slack. So things are a little stressful at work at the moment. So they're working long hours, I think, and stuff. They have a lot of stuff they got to do. Hopefully we get someone hired soon to fill in that gap. Well, someone or someones. She did a lot of stuff. I still think that we're gonna have to hire multiple people. Yeah, to fill the what she got done. Oh, I need to put something in the middle of there. That happened to you last year. Someone quit, and you had to kind of fill in. Luckily, I'm not the person that has to fill in. I'm happy about that. But yeah. Let's see. Oh, I have like a chain here. Oh, that would have been cool. Oh, it's a little bit. Yeah. This gal was there for like 18, I think, years, and then left. She got a different job elsewhere, which, you know, good for her. Good for her. Sounds like she got a good job somewhere. But yeah, there's a lot of knowledge and a lot of like little jobs that people end up doing over the span of 35 years. And suddenly you're just like, well, all of these little things now need to get done. These are looking pretty good, actually. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, we'll probably, I expect we'll probably get visits from this gal every once in a while. She is super cool. Let's see here. You know what else I could add? I have just some gold colored shapes. They're just shapes, squares and rectangles and things. Let's add some of those. I think that they'll look nice. We'll just add some squares and some triangles. Yeah, that's good. We'll add a good triangle somewhere. That's a good spot. Adds a little bit of gold color in there too. A little bit more, I mean. Oh, there's smaller triangles. We'll add a smaller triangle somewhere over here. What about square triangles? For some reason, I think this does not quite work in 2 dimensions. What was I? Yeah, oh man. That's right. I'm just thinking about math and dimensions and things. I read a thing like kind of semi-recently that like put exactly into words my thought about like eldritch horror and that sort of thing. I was just like, yes, this is exactly it. I'm not sure you understand what a square triangles. Oh, you mean with a right angle? You mean a right triangle? But yeah, it was basically like it gave a whole, what's the word I'm looking for? A whole example of us interacting with a two-dimensional creature that doesn't understand why you can step over chalk line, but you can't step into area that is known as between the fridge feet. I know. And I was just like, yes, perfect. That is exactly Eldritch Horror. It's just like four-dimensional being. We can't see into the fourth dimension, but they live in it, so we're just seeing what they're projected into our 3 dimensions. Perfect. Exactly my thought on Eldritch Horror. Do like maybe a circle somewhere in here, or an oval. I'll do an oval. We don't use a lot of the ovals. I'll put it here. Math is Eldritch Horror. That's one of the things I love about it. I do still kind of regret that for my my math independent study, I didn't do one of the suggestions, which was mapping 4-dimensional objects into 3-dimensional space, because that sounded really cool. Like, that sounded like a lot of fun. I like stuff like that. And instead I ended up doing differential equation modeling for estimating, what was it? I was using differential equations to estimate the spread of COVID-19. I was very off. This was at the very beginning of COVID-19, before the quarantine even started, that I started on this. I still don't understand how differential equations work. Like, I understand, for the most part, what they are and stuff, but I still don't really understand how to do them. Not well, anyways. I don't remember, at the very least. It's always fun at work when they're just like, hey, can you help this kid with math? And I'm like, sure, I can help with math. Uh-huh. I remember math. I mean, to be fair, more often than not, I do remember it. I just don't, I don't trust myself, if that makes sense. Like, more often than not, I'm like, I think this is the equation that we're going for, but I'm not sure. And then I go and look it up, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is the equation. I was right. I just second-guessed myself. But, you know, it's locked up there somewhere. You know, I just don't care at this point. Like, I'm not interested in doing differential equations. I'd much rather use my art minor at this point than my math, well, general science major. So it's just like, eh. We're adding some just little tiny beads now. They're not beads, but like little tiny metallic, I guess they're beads. They don't have a hole in them though for a string to go through. Does it still count as a bead? Is it still a bead if it doesn't have a hole in it? I'm asking the real questions here. Real important, hard-hitting questions. Is it a bead if it doesn't have a hole in it for things to, for it to be strung? I don't actually know. Let's see, what else do we want to add? I think maybe just some more gears and things. I have a lot of things that are kind of big now. I have maybe some little, like, tacks that I could add some places. Like there. Put a tack there. Would it be a marble then? Or a ball bearing if it's metal? Or a bearing ball, I suppose. I guess those are two different things, technically, right? That's one of the things that I collected as a kid. Was, I mean, I just call them ball bearings, but they're the actual metal spheres that are in bearings. One of the things that I collected as a kid. I had some odd, I still have them. I know where they are. They're literally in a little container with some of my favorite like fidget toys. Which are they're not necessarily like fidget toys. I literally have like a little metal abacus. I don't know where I got it from, but it's just like a little abacus that's made out of brass, and my goodness, it's just like a great weight, and it clicks so satisfyingly. A bearing doesn't have to be metal, that's true. There's probably plastic bearings and things too. Don't know then. Are bearings technically marbles then? I don't know where the classification breakdown is. See, these kind of discussions are why I miss having you here on streams, Omar. Who else is going to debate the classification of marbles versus beads versus ball bearings or bearing balls? I don't know what the difference. Same thing basically. Perhaps it's all semantics. Perhaps it's all semantics. Ooh, little tiny screw. It's so tiny. Look at how small it is. It's so small. So tiny. I don't know what it is about little tiny things, but they're just so cute. I like little tiny things. Put that here, actually. I need to figure out where to get more of these. I think spherical tolerance that separates them. Are we talking about margins of error now between a marble? To be fair, that's a fair question, because I feel like a lot of marbles are not going to be perfectly spherical, right? Just because of how they're made and things, they're not necessarily perfectly spherical. Whereas bearing balls would have to be pretty perfectly spherical if you want the bearing to be smooth. Is that what we're talking about here? But I don't know if that would be the distinction between them. Or, I mean, at what point is it just a very, very round marble versus a very poorly made bearing? You know, maybe it just has to do with what their use is. That might be it. I bet that's what it is. Honestly, right? Just their intended use. It's probably just intended use. I bet that's the only difference between them. It's just intended use. From there. Maybe you should add some more gears. We're going to add some more watch pieces. Oh, there's another cute little one. We'll put this one somewhere too. Where do we want to put this? Oh, right there. Right here. It's a good spot. But yeah, I should figure out where to get some more tiny screws. I'm pretty sure I stole those from work. Like, not like stole them, but like no one wanted them. They were going to get tossed out anyway, so I just took them home. But I also don't work there anymore, so like, although I know people that work there. I do know people that work there. I have a whole like two of these containers of just different like little levers and switches. I should do something with those because those are pretty cool. This is a cool little gear. Where do I want to put it though? I could go here, but I have a gear kind of there already. I'll put it here. I think I have one of these over there already. I have one over there already. Let's not do another one of those. Ooh, do I have one of these gears? These are kind of cool. This one's got kind of a cool design to it. If it'll, yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm going to be working Saturday mornings. I was pretty much one of the only people that had a flexible enough schedule that I could come in on Saturdays. So I'm going to be working, apart from the days that I'm at conventions, which I've already informed them of. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to make it these days. which they're fine with. Honestly, I do like where I work. It's been very like flexible with my schedule and stuff, but you know, everyone else, not everyone else, but other people have like part-time jobs or classes or things that are going on on Saturday mornings. So I'm like, yeah, I can come in on Saturdays. So the plan is to change, yeah, my current place. They've always had Saturday mornings. I just wasn't working then. I'll have Thursdays off now instead of Saturdays. So the plan is to stream on Thursdays. And I'm thinking I'm going to stream at 4 p.m. PST, so 4 hours after these streams usually are. I'm still looking, you know, I'm still open to feedback and stuff on that. But that's my current thought. Current thought is 4 p.m. So I'm just gonna trying to get that placed nicely. Actually, that seems like a better size there, and this seems like a better size here. I'll switch a couple things around. I am working on making some little trays with trinkets in them. I've just got a bunch of random stuff. I'm actually, I think, almost there. I'm just kind of adding some small little bits. Just some small little bits. I'm working on with gears at the moment. Got a bunch of random little watch pieces that I'm adding. Trying to fill in anywhere that feels like it's not quite filled. I want to, you know, keep it. Oh, so October. Okay. Well, to be fair, I might go back to Saturdays during the summer. I don't know. It depends on. I guess I'll probably be working mornings anyways in the summer. But probably Thursdays again. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if my schedule changes next summer. But I've got a little bit of time till then. What else do I want to add to these? I feel like there's some little tiny spots that could get filled in. What do I have that's little and tiny? What do I have? What do I have in here? Some random pieces of wire and things. Oh, I do have some little pieces of wire in here, actually. Some little tiny pieces of wire in here. Let's look at those. Also a bunch of other random junk. I also don't know how much color I want to incorporate in, because it seems like the things here are pretty pretty monotone. I don't know that I want to add any new colors. Let's see if I can. I think I have a little piece of gray wire here, a little piece of white. One of those might work. The other thing that I want to make today, because I do have plans for something else, is I want to make some Cleric keychains. So I have stuff off to the side here. We'll decide on which pieces we want to use. I do feel like the wire looks better if I kind of get rid of some of the outsides. You can see that it's a wire. Let me just do that real quick. I'm just cutting the outside casing and then making so the ends are bare so you can see there's a piece of wire. I think we can put that somewhere. I have a piece of gray wire in here. Maybe we can put this in this side over here somewhere. Should I do that? It's kind of cool like that. Maybe we'll do that. I'm just going to throw these in here with some other pieces of wire. Could pull out more of the little metal spheres, whatever we've decided that they are. We're not sure if they are considered marbles or what. What else do I have? I mean, I have other little metal things. Like I have little. Here's some stars. I have other random metal things. This one has pumpkins and hearts, and the letter is either an M or a W. I think it's a W. I got a bunch of things, and umbrellas. I got these at one point that had all sorts of different things so that I could use them for dice and things at some point, but they're might be a little oddly specific. What else do I have? Should I put a couple pieces of this holographic glitter? This chunky holographic glitter, would that be kind of funny? Like kind of weird? What do you think that would, you just try a piece and see how it looks. That might look kind of weird. They're like little tubes of holographic glitter. Yeah, I think the holographicness might stand out too much. Also, there's cat hair on there. Get out. Get out. Stop it. Okay. Oh boy, I'm gonna pour resin on this, I know, and everything's just gonna move. I don't know. Do they look finished as is? Yeah, let me move you a little bit closer. Ooh, sorry, you're going for a little bit of a trip. Yeah, me. Let's go off to this side so you can see. Does that look pretty filled in? Maybe put something right here. But otherwise, feel pretty even. I think this one maybe feels a little bit more even than this one. Sorry, there's a cord. So let's maybe put something here, and then I think we'll just call it good. I think this is good. It's good enough. It's good enough. Should we just do another little? Something could go there, but let's do another little like copper sphere in here. Did I do any copper in here? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Let me get this stuff put away. There's so much stuff here, because then we can get things figured out for the other thing that we want to get done. But I think this is pretty good. I think we will call this good. I'll move these. The other thing that I wanted to, random thought, you should get your car washed and vacuumed today. Man, it's been so long since I've washed my car. I probably should wash my car. It's been a while, but it's another one of those things where I just haven't found the time. That sounds like a good plan for things to do later today. Get these out of the way. That I want to, I'm going to try and slide these and we will see if I cause a huge problem. I'll put them here. Okay, things didn't actually move too much. There's a cat hair on there though. No comment on how long it has been since I've washed my car. No comments. It's been a while. Okay, we'll set those there. So the other thing I want to do is I want to make some Cleric keychains. So those are going to be, it's going to be clear resin with some gold foil, and then I'm going to do a mica drop, so drips of mica in Let me find them here. Interference gold. Okay, so this is, it looks white, it shimmers gold. Shh! No comment! No comment! And then interference pink and interference blue. Hello! How's it going? We got our trays all put together. We don't have resin in them yet, but we got our trays all put together. Now I'm getting things figured out for some Cleric keychains. Here's what we got to decide. I'm going to make, I think, about 10 of them. Hopefully I have enough resin. What shapes should we do? I think we'll do a couple of crystal shapes, just because I got a ton of those. We'll do a couple of those. I did also pull out, I've been trying out making some of the keychains that aren't these like drop pendant kind of shapes, but instead are like flat. It's time for what? What? It's time to get my car washed. Probably true. I like the juxtaposition of hello to it's time, Liz. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe some flat ones, so we can try those. So we got a couple of these, got 2, and then we'll do a couple here, maybe 3. So there's 5, and I think I'll probably do some of the roundish kind of ones. Couple of the roundish kind of ones, and then let's pick some other ones. This one's kind of weird. It like tapers down into like a point. Oh, you can actually kind of see that. It's kind of weird. Maybe we'll do that. Can't be rude to our guests. Ooh, just got some neon powder in the mail. Ooh, that sounds cool. So we'll try one of those. We'll do a round one. 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could do like 3 more. I'm doing kind of like softer, rounder shapes for the Cleric for the most part. More organic. This one is a square, but it like spirals, which is kind of fun. So we'll do that one. I'm excited to see what you do with neon powder. That sounds cool. Do that one. This one's like a diamond shape. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Just do like one more. What shape should we do? Should we just do like a? Rectangle? Why not? Just do that. That works, I think. We'll just do that. Okay. I think I am actually going to get around to pouring resin today. I wasn't sure because I didn't know how long this would take. And I have a headache. Okay, let me attach some of these together. This is why I've got rubber bands over here. I found that it just makes it easier to keep everything upright if I just rubber band them together, but I also don't want it to be so tight that it like squishes in on them. Oh, perfect. I think we have the perfect amount. Nothing feels like it's like squished. And it feels like everything's gonna hold together. Yay! Okay, cool. So we've got those, and we'll do a few of these. Oh, wait. Not sure what you're gonna do. Can't decide if you want to try micro drops or do a dirty pour. For these ones, these little molds, I need to do some searching because I've had these for a long time. I don't remember where we got them. Probably just on Amazon. But I've had a lot of these for just years. So I don't have a... these trays? Yeah, we just got done putting all the stuff into these. I'm sure that it's going to go everywhere once I pour resin over the top, but I have my fingers crossed. It didn't move around too much when I scooted everything, so maybe it'll be fine. Oh, there's kind of a blank spot here. There's another, I'll add another bead. What did I say? There was a blank spot here. There we go. Oh, I should tell you, I got more alcohol inks. Here, I will set up for the Cleric keychains while I mention alcohol inks. I got some new alcohol inks. Like, here's, some of them look pretty similar. Actually, you can kind of see the difference in those pinks better on camera than you can in real life. They're very similar in real life, but I got some new alcohol inks. Oops, oh no. I'm dropping, my little test chips everywhere. My test chip tub overfloweth. It's very full. This is overflowing. But yeah, I got some new alcohol inks. I have some over here too that I have still not tested, so we might, if we have leftover resin, pour some into these to do our last 5 test chips. Yeah, I got a message from my grandma who's been cleaning house. How was it? Did you have a nice time? I need to organize my chips. I'll do it alphabetically. That seems like the best way to do it, right? So, on the one hand, I could see organizing it by color being useful. You meant horrors within your comprehension. Wow. That sounds worse somehow. But at the same, like, you see that? Like, they weren't more powerful than we could imagine before. I want to be able to look at different colors next to each other, though. I guess I could still do that if I put them on, like, a big string or something. But I don't know. I think yeah, I have enough of them now that it might be easier if I kind of organize them. But also part of the fun, I think, is being able to, like, shuffle them around, and then I'd have to organize them every time I used them. I guess I could put them on, like, here's all my pinks, here's all my oranges, here's all my greens, like on a string. Could do that. I used to have them on a string. That's why some of them have little loops on them. I drilled holes and added little loops, and I had them all on a string. So I could do that, I suppose. Do it by color. But yeah, I got a message from my grandma who's been cleaning house because she's moving soon, saying, "Hey, do you use alcohol inks?" And I'm like, "Yes, I use alcohol inks." She's like, "Great, I will bring them to lunch on Sunday." I'm like, "Okay." So I ended up with a bunch of new alcohol inks. I'm like, yep, I use a lot of alcohol inks for all sorts of things. So. Oh. But the thing is, if I do piles and I think tying them together might be better. My problem with piles is that if I then dump out multiple piles to compare, like, look at things together, I'm gonna have to sort them again, and that seems like more trouble than it's worth. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I might as well just have them all mixed together. I don't want to have to sort. I like sorting, but I don't want to have to sort them every time I want to use them. Here's our pink. Whereas if I tied, like, all of the pink ones together, but I had enough, you know, extra string that I could kind of pull them apart from each other and put them next to each other and things, then I wouldn't have to, like, sort them because all the pinks would still be tied together, or all of the, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. To be honest, I'm lazy enough. I'm probably just not going to do anything until I absolutely have to. Let's be real here. But also it could be fun to just, I would have fun just sitting down and sorting all of those by color, like in order. I would have fun doing that. There's some fun new colors. Where's the mum? There's some fun new colors. There's some good purples. Oh yeah, I like this one. Look at this like orangey red color. It's pretty. Look at that. It's like pretty orangey red color. I want to use that for something. I do also really like this ocean, which is a very pretty teal. Looks more blue on camera. It looks more green in real life. Very pretty teal color. Those are kind of fun together, actually. Yeah. I like sorting things by color. And I don't even mean like stacks of pink and stacks of purple. I mean putting them in a line from like most pink to most purple sort of thing. That's, I like organizing things that way. It's fun. It's probably enough of that gold. This stuff works really well. No! That is why, to be fair, now it's an issue, but that is why I left empty space on my thing over here. Let me see if my cord here is long enough to show you. So I wonder if I can hold this steady. So you can kind of see I've left some empty spots in these, and that was so that if I got more stuff, then I could add it in. But see, now with the inks, now that I've gotten a bunch more inks, that's these ones, I've kind of run out of space a bit. So I think going to kind of move things around. I moved the black ink and the white ink to this shelf, and I might move maybe I'll move the brown down to have all my neutrals on this shelf and move the pink all the way over so I can spread things out a little bit more. But yeah, things are a little bit squished now. So if I ever want to add anything else, there's no room. Well, part of the reason that there's never enough space is just because it's so much fun to get new materials. That's why your pigment shelf is so organized. It's so fun. It's so fun. I like organizing things by color. Alright, here's our blue. You had to buy another shelf. Yeah. Yeah. I'm still really happy with how the shelf behind me turned out. I'm still very happy with how this looks. Both because it's like, ooh, it's all fancy and it looks all fancy now. And everything looks very like potion bottle-y. But also just because I can see everything now, so I actually know what I have. Now that I have everything in like glass bottles, as opposed to like random packets and things, I can actually see, oh, I have pink flowers there. Because if I can't see it, it doesn't exist. Object permanence, who's that? Okay. So I think, yay, yay, other people like it too. Yeah, I do want to figure out, I think, oh, sorry, I have a headache. Just a little one. It's just enough to be annoying. So I do want to, yeah, it's $15. It's so worth it to be able to see everything you have. Yeah. At one point, my dad was like, hey, do you want these cabinets? And I'm like, no. I don't want anything with doors on it, because if I can't see it, it doesn't exist. I need shelves. I need things that are open that I can see. Perfect. That's true. That's true. Well, assuming that it does not exist, it doesn't extend into the four-dimensional space. I mean, that's possible. I don't know. I don't know how it's shaped in four-dimensional space, but assuming that I could then, yes, possibly. What was I saying, though? I can't remember what I was saying. was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about, I've gotten back on the topic of making my YouTube channel more thematic. Oh, I need to order more resin. I have enough resin for today, but I need to order more resin. Yeah, that was one of the things I wanted to do to make my, it was before that, but one of the things that I wanted to do to make my YouTube channel feel a little bit more thematic, because I wanna lean more into, I think, the alchemy sort of vibe. Can't you tell by the way I am dressed? I'm very alchemist-y. I don't want to get resin on my nice clothes. But one of the things that I wanted to do was figure out backgrounds for streams and videos, and maybe lean into that aesthetic a little bit more. Maybe have some shots of looking for materials on the shelf, that sort of thing. Don't know. More alchemy, less attic. Yes, more like alchemist's basement at this point. I mean, I am in the basement. Let me get resin and stuff. I think one of the things I want to do at some point is, so one of the other thing that I kind of implemented pretty right away was starting to make my thumbnails a little bit more, I don't know, alchemist-ish, you know, pages of books and textured and that sort of thing. I need to figure out a thumbnail for Thursday's video, but that's the point. But I do want to figure out, I think maybe like a starting soon screen for streams, and maybe a BRB, be right back screen for streams. Someday I will set it up so that I can have music on streams and figure out something for that. Maybe like electro swing. That'd kind of fit the vibe, right? I guess to be fair, I could do whatever I want and make it fit the vibe. But yeah, I don't know. I want to lean more into the aesthetic, into the vibe. Yes, I'm going to be muffled. Sorry, guys. That's just how the rest of the stream is going to be. 'Cause gotta protect your lungs. We're going to pour about 200 milliliters of resin, assuming that I have enough resin there. I think I do. But we're going to pour about 200 milliliters of resin, so that hopefully I have enough for the trays and these. If I need to do another layer on the trays later, that's fine. But I do want to get everything cemented in place at the very least. So let's get that going. If you're new here, if you're just tuning in and you're never been into one of my streams before, I'm going to go very quiet for a minute while I pour resin so that I don't spill it everywhere. I am not good at talking and trying to measure things or pour things at the same time. Ooh, hopefully I have enough resin. I need to order more. It's in my... That's a lot! So tired of seeing YouTube woodworkers not wear PPE when they're pouring resin. To be fair, a lot of woodworking shops and stuff have very good ventilation. They have some sort of ventilation system. Whereas I'm in my basement. You should also have good ventilation systems, but yeah, I get you. Alright. I'm gonna go quiet for a second while I pour this. I'll be right back. This is resin, right? Yep. Yeah, I definitely need to order more. Oh boy, this is gonna be a close one. I might go order more resin right after this, because I actually have kind of less than I thought I did. It's still pouring though. There's still some in there. We'll get there eventually. Just taking a minute to get to 100. Yes. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves while I wait. Tell me what your favorite food is in the chat. I'm probably gonna go grab food after this too. I'm not sure what I want to eat, but yeah. What's your favorite food? Completely unrelated to anything that I'm doing, but okay, we're pretty close. Pretty close. Come on. You just gotta get up to that 100. You can do it. You can do it, Resin. I believe in you. So we'll see. Hopefully the hardener, I think the hardener is a little bit more runny than the resin is, so it might flow a little bit better. Might be easier to get to the 200 on that. I'm very close. Oh. Almost there. Yay, we're to the line. Alright, so what do we got? How many do you think are going to float? I don't think any of these are going to float. They're all pretty much most of them are metal. Go to the Feywild again. Y'all want something? Could you get me some fruit, maybe? Yeah. Omar's on it. Can I also get? I'll just have the same thing as Omar. If you want to pick up 2. Sounds good to me. There's so much like cat hair or something on the bottom here. Well, that's good. All right, now for the hardener. Hopefully this goes a little bit quicker. I feel like I should be concerned that more often than not I end up with more hardener left over than resin. I feel like I've never had a big issue, but I've always had a little bit more, just a little bit more hardener left over. Yeah, there's definitely more hardener left over than resin. I feel like that's concerning. It happens every time though. Maybe I shouldn't be admitting that, but too late now. Alright. Oh yeah, I should talk about stream plans. So, now that there's more people here, I'm not going to be streaming on Saturdays moving forward, just because I'm going to be working Saturday mornings. But I am planning, I think, to stream Thursday afternoons. I guess it's not morning. I stream at noon. That's not morning or afternoon. It's just noon. But I plan to stream on Thursday afternoons, I think, now. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best. I don't think I'm going to stream this Thursday. I might stream this Thursday, but I might just stream, like, a video game or something. It might not be resin related, just because I'm tired. I want a break. I do have stuff that I should pour, but I don't know if I wanna. We'll see. I may or may not schedule a stream for this Thursday, but no promises. But yeah, moving forward, my plan is 4 p.m. PST on Thursdays. I will, of course, post links to streams in the Discord still, at the very least. Possibly, I might mention on Twitter as well that I'm going to be streaming on Thursdays. That seems like a good place to mention that. But yeah, that is the current plan. Maybe someday I can go back to streaming twice a week, but I just don't have the time. When I first started on Twitch, for folks that have only joined me since YouTube, when I first started on Twitch, I used to stream 2 times a week. I was streaming Wednesday nights and Saturday mornings. Is that right? Wednesday nights and Saturday mornings? Or were they both in the evening? Now I can't remember. They might have both been in the evening. I think it was Wednesdays and Saturdays, though. Is that right? Now I don't remember. It's been so long. But I used to stream like twice a week. And then Wednesdays were for like resin pouring, and Saturdays were for miscellaneous. And I just kind of used streaming as an excuse to like work on projects that I wanted to work on. Don't remember either. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember if it was in the morning or in the evening. If it was at the same time as the Wednesday ones or not. But then, like, I got the part-time job and started working Wednesday evenings, so that kind of disappeared. Yeah, I used to do 2 days a week. Saturdays were experiment days. They were days where we were either like experimenting with resin, trying something new, or we were working on like an art project that wasn't resin related at all, like painting or some embroidery or who knows what, or Minecraft. I'd sometimes play games on Saturdays. Yeah, someday I will be able to just do this, and I'll have enough time to actually stream more. But honestly, 1 day a week I think is fine. I don't know. I'm enjoying doing the edited stuff enough that I don't feel like I have to focus on just the live stream stuff. I don't know. Perhaps, I don't know. I wish I was better at all of it though. I feel like, you know, have you ever started a new job and you're like, okay, I haven't even been here a year yet. I'm still figuring things out, so you don't feel too bad that you're like not perfect at something yet. Well, I'm at that point where I've been doing the streaming for a few years and the YouTube for a year now, and I'm like, man, I was hoping I'd be better at this by now. I don't know. I should actually, maybe I'll feel better. Maybe I should go back and look at some like YouTubers stuff after a year. I'm like, did they have it all down after a year? Am I just like silly for thinking I should have it all figured out after a year? I know some people are just like immediately good at things, or they have that sort of vision for how they want to have things set up, but I'm just not smart in that way, I think. I'm in a weird impasse of like, I should do the things that I want to do, and I should do the things that I think other people will like. And I think that is kind of the balance of streaming and making videos, is finding things that you are passionate about and want to make. And, you know, if you're trying to make it part of your business or whatever, you're going to want to make things that you think other people will like. Sometimes that doesn't matter. Like, sometimes by making things that you like, you know, even if it's weird, you know, someone's going to like it. Okay, I think this is pretty much mixed. I don't see any streaks in it. I do see a lot of bubbles. I have been scraping off my stir stick just to make sure that none of part A or part B is stuck on there, and I've been scraping the sides. Let me just scrape this one more time and see if there's any streaks in it. Don't see any. Alright, I think we're good. Let's try pouring some onto the trays first. And then, oops, there's a strip here. Hopefully we have enough for the Cleric, but we'll start with this so that we have enough time to move things around I'm going to try and pour it fairly evenly so that things don't want to move, if that makes sense. If I pour it fairly evenly over this whole thing, then the liquid's not going to push them in one direction. That's my thought anyways, so I'm going to try and add just a little bit over the top of the whole thing so that it's not trying to get pushed in any particular direction. Ooh, there's a lot of bubbles in there. But I'm just going to add a little layer, and then I will come back and spritz everything down, and then I will add more resin. We're going to try and get some of the bubbles to pop in there. And I do plan on putting these in the pressure pot. That was part of the reason I was rethinking whether I actually want to do these flat ones or not. I guess I didn't actually express that out loud, but I was rethinking whether I wanted to do these flat keychains or not. Oh my gosh, I just spilled because I was distracted. Was because I realized that these are probably going to take up a lot of space, and I only have a 2-tiered thing to put into the pressure pot. And so I don't know if I'd have enough space for both of these and that flat one. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to move things around a little bit. Okay. We'll let those sit for a minute. We'll spritz those down. I'm going to pour some in here. We'll get things ready for the clerics. And we want a little bit. And all of these, we want these to be mostly the mica. We just want a little bit of resin to make it, to kind of bind it all together. But we want it to be nice and heavy. So I'll add some up there. I'll mix these up while I'm waiting for the bubbles to rise to the surface on the trays. Might as well. I try not to leave too much resin in my mixing cup, which there's probably way too much in my mixing cup at the moment, because I have found that if I have a bunch of resin, it gets rather warm and then starts trying to cure on me. We'll let those sit for a minute while I mix our shimmery colors up. Hopefully we have enough mica powder in here. Oh, I might have added too much resin. I might need to add more mica. But people that are here, what days and times would work best for you to be able to catch live streams, if you're interested in catching live streams? I would assume you're interested in catching live streams if you're here, but I mean, I guess that's presumptuous. I'm not a big, I don't watch a ton of streams. I'm more of a VOD watcher. I guess people could comment on this. You know, once this becomes a video instead of a live stream, if you're watching it, you can comment as well. If you want to be able to catch live streams, when would work best for you? Hey burger! Yay! You came back with the burgers? Excellent. Did you get the side of fries? The wild fries? I mean, if Omar and I have to split a side of fries, like, that's fine, but, you know, I don't know, maybe it'll be enough. That's more of this. Make this a little bit heavier. Oh no! I mean, it's easy to do. I don't really blame you. The fries are just so easy to eat while you travel. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed, you know? Okay. Man, now I want, like, French fries. I wonder if I have any French fries in the freezer that I can put in the air fryer. Although I am somewhat, like, I know I'm like a grown adult, but I don't know about operating the air fryer. I'll be honest, usually my brother does that. Actually, I don't know that we have any fries. I do have a car. I could drive to McDonald's. You can eat the burger too and go again. It's fine, it's fine. I'll eat a burger. Actually, wait, I think I have hamburgers in the fridge. Do we have bread again? I think we have bread. We started door dashing for extra income, and good thing the bags are sealed because the fries are so tempting. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did Uber Eats for a while. Every once in a while, you know, an order would get canceled or something while you were driving, and you can just keep the food, and I'm like, yes! I think that only happened, like, once, to be fair. I think I only had, like, an order canceled Well, I was driving like once. I enjoyed driving Uber Eats. I don't think it was necessarily the best. I don't think I would have been able to like support myself on it necessarily. But part of that is because I didn't like doing it when it was dark out, because it's hard to see where you're supposed to go, and also I didn't like doing it in the summer. I was okay doing it in the winter and the snow and stuff. I'm fairly comfortable driving in the snow and ice, but I didn't like doing it in the summer. Once it got super hot, my brain shuts off when it's too hot, and I was not a happy camper. Supplemental, yeah. I just don't have time for that right now. But I did enjoy it. That is actually one of the things that I think made me realize that I would enjoy working for myself. Does that make sense? Like, there were some things about it where I'm just like, I made a list. So I graduated college, and then I didn't know what I was doing because it was right after the quarantine started. And I made a list of things that I wanted in a job, things that I thought were like absolutely essential, and things that I wanted. And some of them, were just based on experiences I had at my last job. It's like, I want to be able to see the sun at some point in my day. Because like during the winter in my last job, I got to work before the sun came up, and then I left after the sun had gone down. It's like I never saw the sun. But that was like, even if I'm sitting next to a window, that's fine. I just want to be able to see the sun at some point. That is cat hair. So some of it was stuff like that. But one of them was, I want someone else to make my schedule. I don't want to have to try and figure out what I need to do when. And that was something I actually, because I liked that from the, what are you doing to carpet? They have so many drivers right now, you're on the waiting list. Oh wow, okay. One of the things I realized doing Uber Eats was I did like that. I did like that it told me what I needed to do when. I didn't have to try and think about, okay, I need to go here, and then I need to go here, and then I need to go here. It tells you, like, here's the step that you're at. You need to go to this place and pick up this thing. Excellent, you've said that you've done that. Wish you could make schedules for a living. I mean, I kind of do at this point. I was going to say, you want to just be my, like, someday, Jen? Perhaps someday I will be able to hire you as an independent contractor to just be I was going to say, to be like my personal assistant or something that does all of my scheduling for me. Tell me what I need to do when. Fair. Yeah, fair. You need to make your own. What was I going to say? But at the same time, I really enjoyed the freedom of being able to choose when I worked. Because, like, it really gave me the flexibility of it was so nice. It meant that if I wanted to go do, like, a local acting gig, I could. So, I did a couple of those. I did a couple of commercial things. I went and I have technically been a professional model. There you go. What was I modeling? I was a person in a park. I was a person enjoying the food trucks. Literally though. I went and did a couple of modeling gigs, I guess, for some local park services. As a person who was enjoying parks. And there were places that they were like working on, so they wanted to have like, here's how it's going to turn out and how people are going to enjoy it. To be fair, those were still images. I am actually in a commercial. The little old ladies at church love to bring it up whenever they see me. I am in a Goodwill commercial, actually, locally. That was pretty fun to do. I feel like I was fairly compensated for 15 minutes of my time or whatever. But I enjoy doing stuff like that. I don't have nearly as much flexibility now, though, that I have, like, a set work schedule. I can't just, like, leave my job and go do that for half an hour or whatever. I should try and get a copy of that commercial, actually. I don't know, have I seen the commercial? I've seen it once. I think my grandma recorded it for me so that I could actually see it, but I didn't realize that it had actually aired until, like, literally, like, the little old ladies at church were like, "Are you in a Goodwill commercial?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I am." I didn't realize that was out now. Apparently I did a good enough job that it's still airing. That was a while ago. But yeah, it was nice having the flexible schedule to just be able to do things like that. So no, I don't know. Check YouTube for it. That's true. I'll have to look. I don't know if it's there or not. It's not like it's a big thing. I think it's local. So it's just like, I don't know who would put it on YouTube, if that makes sense. I can look though. It might be good to have a copy of it just in case I want to like have it as like a demo almost. I have been debating whether I want to try doing some voice acting stuff now that I actually have a nice microphone. I think I'd need to get a better, sorry, I'm going a little off topic. I think I would need to set up a better sound environment. I don't think my office right next to a window where there's neighborhood dogs barking and, you know, cars going by and whatever, don't think that's necessarily the best for nice clean audio. When I'm just doing a YouTube video, I don't really care. It's just like, oh yeah, there's dogs barking in the background, whatever. But if I was going to try and do like professional level stuff, that would matter. But that could be fun to get back into. I feel like I wasn't very good at character stuff, but the commercial stuff I was pretty good at. Okay, I need to see. Oh wow, a lot of the bubbles actually disappeared. Sweet. I don't know. Will these both fit on here? This is the real question. Will these both fit on here? No, they will not. Okay. Wait, actually, wait. I might not need this. I'm not doing dice. Will they both fit on here? Is that the actual question? Can I get these both to fit on here? That's a maybe, actually. That might work. I might be able to stack one of these on top of this, too. Okay, I think we might be okay. I think we can do the flat ones as well. That's what I was trying to decide, was whether I would be able to stack things in such a way that I can have both of these in the pressure pot as well as this. So I think we can. Let's try it. I'm gonna do this one. This one looks like fun. There's so many things. Well, yeah, so the thought was one on top and one on bottom, but the thing is I want to also be able to fit this in there, which is also fairly large. Yeah, so I don't know. That was part of the reason I was trying to decide whether they'd fit next to each other. I think, honestly, I'm going to end up, I'm going to have to stand that. I'll probably stack one kind of on half on this. That's my thought. Okay. I actually have a little bit left, which could be, no, I've got a little bit left. I don't know what I want to do with that necessarily. Alright. Let's do these, and then I will add more resin to these and make sure everything's in the right spot, because I want to have time for the mica to sink in here. We're going to do pink in some of these. So we're going to do some pink and gold, some pink and blue, and then some blue and gold. So there's going to be 3 different options. And we want about 2/3 of them to have, okay, 2/3, right, okay. Yeah, 2/3 of them are going to have pink. 2/3 of them are going to have blue, and 2/3 of them are going to have gold. That makes sense. I'm doing my math right, yeah? Because we'll say there's, wait, 2/3, right? Because 1/3 of each one, and each one has 2. Yeah, that seems right. I think I'm doing my math right. I don't know. I've got a headache. We'll blame my headache if I'm wrong on that. We'll just do that. That seems like a good plan to me. Just blame my headache. Alright. We'll do some gold next. Do some gold there. Do some gold here. Oops. We'll do some gold here. We'll do some gold here. Or is it half? No, it's not half. Right. So that's going to be... Right, okay. Oh, all of these are... Okay, so all of these are going to have either or... So either pink or gold, or pink and gold. Right, okay, so, okay. Okay. Thinking on this. We'll do this one pink and gold as well. Or should I do some more pink up here? We'll do this one pink and gold. I guess I could do this one with all 3. Maybe I'll do this one with all 3 colors. Why not? I've got the space for it. I might as well just do all 3 colors. And we'll do some blue. Okay. Yep, so this is gonna these are gonna have to have gold in them. They don't have pink, they're gonna have gold. Yes. I can math in my brain. I feel like I've gotten stupider. Maybe I'm just more aware of my incompetence. Anyone else feel that way? Maybe I'm just less sure of myself as I was when I was younger. But man, I'm just like, how do math work? Me no know. Oh, that was just weird to say. I don't know how do math work. Okay. I feel like I've got a lot of blue going on here. Might have more blue than gold and pink. That's okay. Blue and gold. I got a little bit up here. This one's gonna have all 3 colors. Why not? I can do what I want. I do. So here's a weird thing. I do think that over the top. So what am I looking for? Bravado? No, maybe not. Over the top, like exaggeration of like I'm the best. I think is funnier usually than over the top I'm the worst. And I think that's pretty universally true for the most part. Like it's funny when people and I mean this not in like the sense of like people who actually think they are the absolute best, but people who joke that they are the best. I mean, and they can be very good at things, right? You know, don't get me wrong. But I think it's funny when people are just like, I am the best, and then they just monumentally like mess something up. Like, it's just like, I am the king of parkour, and then you fall. or whatever, like a video game. Like, that is much funnier than saying you're the worst at it. I think at the same time, though, you have to kind of think about how it's going to be, whether people are going to take you seriously or not. Although at the same time, honestly, it's not your problem. I think if people take you seriously or not. To a certain extent. Like, if people are gonna dislike you, they're just gonna dislike you. Might as well do whatever. And that doesn't mean be an asshole, but like, might as well have fun and be weird. There's gonna be people who dislike you no matter what. Through no fault of your own or anything. I know, Omar. You make sure to remind us of that. I was telling my brother at one point, I was like, I think part of the fun of streaming is like banter and heckling. I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious getting heckled. I have always found it really fun to be mock outraged at things. I don't know why, but it's just so funny to me. I mean, I'm totally very upset that I'm getting heckled in chat. And I think there is a way to do it where it doesn't feel like you're just being a jerk. There's a difference between like friendly heckling and being a jerk. And some people I think don't have that balance. I think you're very good at that balance of like making it obvious that this is all a joke. It's all for fun. We are play fighting. And that's a skill you have to kind of work at, or some people are, good at it instinctually, but it's something to keep in mind. And everyone's going to feel differently about different things too in that, that sphere. As long as it's not constant. That's true, yeah. I think that, yes, honestly, that's true. I think it's funny for people to heckle if it's also clear that they enjoy what they're heckling. Yeah. I'm thinking of there's that balance of showing that you do actually enjoy the thing that you're heckling, because if you don't enjoy the thing that you're heckling, that's just bullying. But if you do enjoy like the person or the thing that you're heckling, or you have some sort of established friendly relationship with them, then it's funny. I was gonna say, I'm thinking of a YouTuber that I've watched. His whole shtick is just that he's bad at things. Like, that's just kind of his shtick. Like, and it's because he thinks it's hilarious. Like, he thinks it's really funny when he is bad at things and his friends give him a hard time about it. But I was watching one of his streams at one point, and he like stopped everything and was just like, okay, guys. Because there's people in the chat that were legitimately upset that his friends were giving him such a hard time. And he straight up like kind of stopped and everything and was like, guys, this is fine. I asked them to give me a hard time. It's okay. And like, because you get to a certain point, it's just like, they're just being mean. It's like, he's like, it's fine. And I think everyone else was just like, dude, we hang out like all the time in real life. We're good. But if it's constant, there's no like indication that this is friendly banter. It just seems like people are being mean. Oh no! I lost this little ring into the resin. Ooh, it's kind of cool. It made like a bubble. Can you see the resin? It's like a resin bubble. I don't need that though. Okay. I'm just gonna stick that in. But no, I've always found being mock affronted at things to be really funny. But yeah, but no, I was talking to my brother about it. It's like, I think part of the kind of streaming culture almost is not everyone. Like, I think, you know, different chats are different and stuff, but there is kind of a component to it that is just like a heckling, basically. Like, a lot of people's chats give them a hard time, but usually it's in a way where it's like established that this person's chat gives them a hard time in this specific way. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know. I will say the problem with these inks is that they have like a safety seal on them or something. It's kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about them having like, ah! Set that off to the side. Now, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. I don't know why they have that weird little ring. It doesn't seem to do anything. It just falls off when I turn it upside down. You could put the little rings in a cup of 99% alcohol. I don't. It's fine. They can just cure over there. I really don't care. I don't want them anymore. They're just getting in the way. Yeah, it's fine. I have one over there already because it's just, what's the point? Done enough alcohol, enough resin. I can do maybe one more of these. And it looks like I am going to have to do another layer of resin on these, but that is fine. I don't think I have enough here to actually fill these up far enough to cover everything, but I think I could do one more layer, kind of dome it, and it'll be good. And I think that will probably work out better anyways. Yeah, this set of inks had a lot of blues. A lot of blue colors. I am half tempted now to do a stream that is just sorting through all of my paint chips here. Like, it'd be such a weird, random, probably boring stream. I mean, it would be the best stream ever. Sorry, this is what I'm talking about, right? It'd be kind of a weird stream, though, wouldn't it? I'd probably get some people who are just like, yes, organizing things by color, I love it. And everyone else would be like, why are you streaming this? Why? I don't get it. Alright, I've got 2 left over here, but that's okay. What I would do with them once I, okay, that one's actually on there. So we'll just leave that one. But yeah, the lids are weird on this set of alcohol inks. I don't know how I feel about it. This is kind of a light color. Some of the inks also look pretty similar in the resins, but I think they're slightly different. I know some people are just like, ugh, I'm so annoyed that like these colors basically look the same, but more often than not, even though they look very similar, I'm like, there's a slight difference in tone there, and it's nice having that, even just that slight variation. Like, I can see that leans ever so slightly more green or whatever. And it's just like I could use that in a specific, you know, setting compared to the other blue or whatever that's not as green. Okay, let's see if I can get these things to sit in here nicely. First I want to make sure that everything is in like where it needs to be. This I want here. This I want to like move down a little bit. I want to get that cat hair out of there. This needs to scoot. Yeah, all the metal pieces stayed pretty well where I wanted them. Some of the plastic pieces kind of moved. The shift key here and the fake gears, this is fake gear, kind of moved a bit. But otherwise, things actually stayed pretty well. I'm going to pick up this key and set it down to get rid of any air bubbles that might get trapped underneath it. But I think this is looking pretty good. And we might end up with some air bubbles and stuff, but I'm going to put this in the pressure pot to hopefully mitigate a lot of that as much as I can. Everything over here actually seems like it stayed pretty well where I wanted it to. I probably could have put one more thing right there. It feels like it's missing something there. Should I grab another screw and put it there? I kind of feel like I should grab another screw and put it there. Just a second, real quick. Wow, I opened that with one hand. I'm kind of impressed with myself, to be honest. How did I do that? Wow, I am impressive. Sorry, I just like got things out with one hand really well. I didn't think that was going to work nearly as well as it did. I want to put my glove back on before I'm messing with the resin. I did have someone ask recently how I get my gloves off without getting resin everywhere. I can show you guys. It's pretty much the way that you're like supposed to, I think, take them off. For the most part, maybe not perfectly, but it's kind of like the established way of taking gloves off. Because, you know, usually if you're wearing gloves, you're trying to protect your hands from something, so you don't want to get contaminants or whatever on your hands. Oh, like swell around, spit wrong. Alright, how am I going to do this? I'm thinking I'm probably going to do that, and then this. That seems like a poor choice, actually. I think I might be able to fit both of these on here. We're going to try it. We're going to try putting these two next to each other. Yeah, I think actually that's going to be fine. That's going to be fine, I think. And I'll put this down here. Ah! Oh my gosh! I'm spreading resin everywhere. And we'll put these down there as well. Oh, I have a little bit of just clear resin with gold. I'm slowly filling up this jumbo D. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put that in here. No, I'm not going to put that in here. Let me just like half fill up a mold. Oh, or I could do, tell you what, I'm going to do a random crystal mold. Actually, could I do another Cleric one? I might have enough to just do a full another Cleric one. There's a cat here in there. Smart. Let me see if I have enough of the mica stuff to put on top to just do a full another Cleric die. I doubt it, but I might be able to scrape some little bits here. A little bit of gold and I am starting to wrap things up, probably. Like I was talking about before, I'm not going to be streaming on Saturdays anymore. I'm going to be streaming on Thursdays. I don't think I'm going to stream this week, but if that changes, I will make sure to post it in the Discord and on Twitter. Yeah, may or may not stream resin if I do stream. Might play a video game or something. Just something to relax, unwind a bit. But you know, I don't know yet. There's so much cat hair everywhere. Let me attach this to this. Put this in here. Yeah, it's getting a little bit. Ooh, nope, that's not good. That's not good. That squishes one of them way too much. squishes this one way too much. Don't want to do that. I'm trying not to squish them. I just put it down here. I just worry that it's gonna fall over. Well, I will grab another one and attach them together. That seems like a good plan. I'll just grab another one of these and attach them together. I have a little bit of resin I can throw in there too. Even just having two together, I think, will help them stay upright. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I'll throw this last little bit of resin into this other one. I'll just add another layer of like another color later. Make a random necklace or keychain out of it. I'm trying to get a bunch of things made that aren't dice. I have a bunch of dice already made and I just need a sand. So I'm kind of focusing on that at the moment, as well as commissions. And then I'm trying to get things that aren't dice made for upcoming events. I found that my dice don't actually sell that well. I think part of that is just the price. You know, people are much more willing to spend, well, it depends on who it is, but they're much more interested in spending $20 on a necklace than $100 on a set of dice. So I'm trying to get a bunch of necklaces made for upcoming events. These, but that should be fun. I'm gonna be going to kind of a weird convention in Portland in November. I'll have to get you guys information for that if anyone's in that area. So we'll see how it goes. Could be fun. Anyways, I'm gonna go get these into the pressure pot. So I am gonna call it here for today. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Like I said, probably not this Thursday, but I will be moving to Thursdays. Oh, yeah, so I pull off one glove and then I go inside this glove and go over the other glove. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I will see you guys later. If I can get my mouse working. Alright, bye! Bye, thanks for hanging out.